Okay. Shall we start now?
Yes, ma'am, we can start.
Yeah. Good morning, dear students. On behalf of Digital Tech and Media Society, I welcome you all to an exciting and enriching session of web development workshop. This workshop will be conducted by Shantanu, and Glenn and Pawan will be there to help him. Wish you all a happy learning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shantanu, and I'm going to be the main instructor for this course. So, I'm going to be teaching you about web development. And before we start, I would like you all to install a free application called Visual Studio Code on your computers. I'll just share my screen and I'll show you how to install it now. Okay. So, I'm going to go to Chrome and I'm going to search for Visual Studio Code download. And click on the first link. It says download Visual Studio Code, Mac, Linux, and Windows. And depending on your operating system, you have to install using these links. So I'm on Windows, so I'm going to click on Windows, and it should just directly start downloading.
I mean,
And if you have any doubts, please raise your hand and ask them now. Okay, so there's no doubts, I think. So we can just start with the web development classes. And I'll be sharing my PPT so that you can see what all I've created for the web development classes. So this is the syllabus we're going to be covering today. And this is the introduction to web development. And first, we're going to talk about what is web development. And basically, web development refers to all of the all of the work required to create a website. And websites can be a static page, from a static page to the biggest websites in the world like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. All of these websites use three core languages, which are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And 97% of the websites in the world are built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So let's start with HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the main language we're going to be using to do web development, and it is the building blocks for web development. For any website you want to make, you need to know HTML, and HTML decides how the layout of this website is going to be. So it describes the structure of the web page and describes where the content will be placed, and it also tells the browser how to display the content. Next, we're going to be learning CSS. That'll be after 2 days. So first 2 days is going to be HTML, and then we'll start with CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It describes to HTML how the website should look. So everything you see on the website, like the color, the font, the size of the images, the anchors, the links, all of that is chosen and described using CSS. And so basically, we need to learn HTML and CSS both, because look at this example of Wikipedia as a website. This is including HTML and CSS. It looks very nice and it's very human readable. Compared to this. If you write the website without CSS, this is how the same page looks, exactly the same page. So you can see the huge difference in quality between this and this. So if we learn CSS as well, we can make beautiful websites that look like this and not like this. So that's why learning CSS is very important for us. So third one is JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language, and JavaScript is used to interact with HTML and CSS. So all the actions that the website does is using JavaScript. It can calculates, manipulates, and validates the data. So for example, I go to YouTube, and this this is all HTML. The YouTube website, all of this is because of HTML. And JavaScript will be if I click on a video and it's showing me the exact video and how it's being played. And CSS is all the designs and all the styles. Like you can see, this is dark mode. This you can change all the videos that are being shown. This is all done using CSS and JavaScript. So that's how it works. And these three work together. We need to learn all three of them if you want to be a proper web developer. And we use HTML to structure the site, CSS to design the site, and JavaScript is a programming language to interact with the site. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to show you an example. So you see this small calculator in the bottom? This calculator is built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript all working together. So if I type 5 plus 5, enter, it shows 10. And if I type 8 plus 8, and you can see on the screen that it types out what I'm typing over here. See the 9 over the, press enter, then it does math for me. But suppose I remove the CSS and I remove the JavaScript. This is how it looks without CSS and without JavaScript. You can see that just plain HTML, the website looks very ugly, it's very clunky, and this is not a good user experience. So that's why we need to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, all three of them, to make a modern website. And if I just add all the CSS back, this is how it looks. Control A, and 1 second. Wait, I'll just reload it. Yeah, so if I add the CSS and I remove all the JavaScript, this is how it looks. It's not able to do maths. Like, for example, 8, the numbers are not changing, see? And yeah, that's basically it. So you need JavaScript to do all the math. Now, and I can explain another concept of web development is using this sentence right here. The purple dinosaur danced. So in this sentence, we have purple. It's an adjective. It describes how the dinosaur looks. It's the same way CSS describe how the website looks. So if when you write CSS, you're describing to the website how it looks, and you're describing to the users how the website looks. Same way, the dinosaur is a noun. HTML it's the main object of the sentence, the dinosaur. We're talking about the dinosaur. In the same way, HTML, it's the structure for the website, and without HTML, the website will look very bad, because HTML makes the entire website, basically HTML creates the layout for the website. And JavaScript, we can describe it as being a verb, like the dinosaur is dancing. So the actions which the dinosaurs are taking can be described using JavaScript. And in this course, I can basically what we're going to be doing is learning front-end development. Basically, when you go to Google and you search for chickens, the request is sent to Google servers, and then it sends you a website back. This one here. This website you get back. Suppose I go here and I search for something. I search for chickens. I get this website back. This is rendered using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And basically, Google's algorithm decides what to display, and that algorithm is written using JavaScript. So it's very important for you to learn how HTML, JavaScript, and CSS work. This is how it works. Now, I think we should just set up VS Code. I hope the VS Code installation has been completed by now. I would like you to please open up VS Code on your systems. And I'll share my screen. And if you have any doubts during the class, please type them out in the chat and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Okay. So this is how your VS Code should look like. And today is our first day, so we're going to be making a new folder, and we're going to write all of our code inside of this folder. So I'm going to click on new folder. I'm going to go to desktop, and I'm going to make one called web dev classes. Wait, sorry. I'll make it here. New folder.
Increase one more.
Sorry?
Sorry.
Okay, so I've made a folder here. I hope you all have a folder over here on the left side of your screen. It should be looking like this. Could you please type in the chat if you have a folder like this? This is how your screen should look like. You have a folder on the left side. You can name it whatever you want. We'll make a new file in here. We'll make an HTML file. I'll just name it text.html over here. So I'll write my HTML code in this file. I hope all of you have it here. If you have it, please message in the chat that you have this file on VS Code. Okay, I'll show it to you again. Oh, thank you. Basically, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna open up from scratch. I'll just open it from scratch. Yep. So this is VS Code. This is the application we're gonna be using. It should look like this. The front page should look like this for VS Code. Does everyone have this screen open? Please type in the chat if you have this open. Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. Everyone has this open. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Open Folder on the left. Over here you see, you have not added a workspace, added a folder to the workspace. I'm going to click on this button. And then I'm going to go to Desktop. Because I want this folder to be in the desktop so I can access it quickly. So you click on this. I've created an empty folder. I'll create a new folder. I've selected it and I've added it here. So now you have a folder. It is empty. It doesn't have any files in it. And now we right click on this. We click on New File. And then we write the name of our file. Suppose I want the file to be called test. So I write test, and then I don't press enter. I write dot, and then I write HTML, test.html. And you can see over here that there's an icon on the left of the name. That's the HTML5 icon. Once you have that, just press enter, and this should open up for you. And now we're going to be writing our HTML code here. So please type in the chat if you have completed these steps. Okay, so I see 2, 3 yeses. Perfect. I see lots of people have got it. I'm going to continue on with this course. So now we have an HTML file here, and we can write our HTML code. And suppose, basically, first we need to understand how HTML code is written. So we're going to be learning how to write HTML. Just introduction to HTML. First, we're going to be learning about HTML syntax, and we're going to be learning about a website where we can look at all the HTML elements and learn them. And then we're going to be talking about lots of HTML tags. So today, entire class is going to be about HTML, and we're going to be learning about all of these different kinds of HTML elements. And we're writing some HTML code as well in this file we've created, the file over here. Okay. HTML tags. So HTML has a very simple syntax. It has an opening tag and a closing tag. These tags are written by these angle brackets. You see these triangles here. So there's this opening triangle and then a closing triangle. And whatever you want inside of the triangle is going to be the element. So 95% of the elements are using this syntax. So this is all you need to know. This syntax. I'll type it in the chat. Opening, closing, and then a slash, and then closing. It's like this. And all of the elements, the element name is going to be written inside of the opening and closing tags. So this is how the syntax looks. Now I'll be showing you, I'll actually show this to you later. First I'll show you the paragraph tag. So paragraph tag is used to write lots of text which you want to display. It's blocks of text. It's not just single lines. And paragraph tags are with a P in them. And then we use the same syntax. We put a P like this. So this is how the paragraph tag looks. Like this. So suppose I go online and I go to Wikipedia and I search for any article. Suppose I search for chickens. Over here, you can see my screen, I hope. Basically, all of this is written in paragraphs. This is a paragraph, This is a paragraph. This is a paragraph. All of this is written using paragraphs, and what we can do is we can use these same paragraphs and we can write it in our own files. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to type it in the chat here. And I'm going to write the same thing in my HTML file. One second. Oh yeah, here, sorry, it was not opening for me. So to write HTML, first I'm gonna write a P here, and you can see over here it auto-completes for me. You see this here? I just click on it. So now this is valid HTML. Now inside of this I can write my paragraph text. I'll paste it here. Save. You can see this paragraph, it's shown here, and if I want to see this on like a website, oh wait, you have a doubt? Please unmute yourself, Sahana.
No, my doubt already got cleared. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so we've written the text inside here, inside this paragraph. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this, reveal in File Explorer, okay? It's very important. After you've pasted your text, just click on this. Now it's going to show you where the file is saved. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click, I'm going to click on Open With, and please select Google Chrome. Like this. And you can see that this is our code. This is the code that we've written. This is HTML. This is valid HTML. And it's the same text that we wrote in our file over here. In fact, if I write some more text here, it's going to show up again. Once I press reload, you can see that it's showing up here. So this is how we write chunks of text like paragraphs. And yeah, that's how paragraphs are written. Next, we're going to be talking about HTML text formatting. So let's go back to the Wikipedia page. One second. Once you go to this Wikipedia page, you notice that this font here is bold, but this font here is not bold. So there's a difference in the font between the word the and the word chicken. Chicken is bold. Same way, domesticated is a link. If I click on this, I can go to a different page. And there, yeah, suppose this is italicized, like it's slanting text, it's not normal text. So if you want to make text bold, if you want to make it italic, then you need to learn these. This is called text formatting in HTML, and there are several tags you need to know to do this. So here I have an example. Inside of this is the first one is a normal sentence. It's the one we just wrote. Second one, suppose we want to make the sentence bold. What we do is we use the B tag. This is just the letter B. It's like this, B. One second. Like this. And then we write our text inside of this tag, as you can see. What that does is makes the text bold. Same way for making the text italicized, we just use the I tag. Like this. This is the I tag. If you make the text italic, mark is used to highlight the text. Small is used to make the text smaller over here. Delete is used to add a strike through for the text. Underline is used to underline the text. And subscript and superscript are used to make the text appear lower and higher in the paragraph. So you can just glance at this for 2 minutes. And once you're done, you can just have a reaction. You can type in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to be continuing on. But first we can write some of our own HTML, and we can use these tags which I just showed you. One second. These tags. in our HTML file. I'll open it up here. So I'm going to delete all of this, like this, and I'm going to write some more HTML. Oh, okay, I'll repeat that once again. So basically, yeah, suppose you have this file over here and you want to see on the browser how this file looks. So what I do is I right click on this. It says reveal in File Explorer. I click on this and then I see this file over here. I right click on this again. It says, sorry, I right click on this again. It says open with Google Chrome. I click on that and then I can see it over here on my browser. So this is HTML. This is how my file looks. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the text, and I'm going to make some text bolded, like in Wikipedia. Like if I want to make this bolded, I have to use the B tag. So I'm going to do it here. I'm going to copy this one line, and I'm going to write it in my VS Code. Here, I've pasted the text, and now I'm going to make one word bolded, and that's chicken. So to do that, you just use the same syntax I showed you. You can press B, and what VS Code does is that it automatically shows you the syntax for the HTML you're going to write. That's a very cool feature. So if I press B, it guessed that I want bolded. So I click on this, and now the bold tag is here. So if I just save like this, and I open the file, you see that it's not bold. So why is it not working? Basically, it's not working because there's no text inside of this. We need to write the text we want to bold inside of the tag, like this. Like this, if we do it, and we go back to our Chrome, and we reload, now you can see that it's bold. See? The text has changed, and now it's bold. Okay, one sec. I'll just show it to you. Let's just show all of them to you again. And one more thing I'm telling you now is that you don't need to memorize how all of these tags are. Basically, you can just, whenever you're confused, you can just go online and you can search what you want to do. Like suppose I say how to make text bold in HTML. You can just go here, and then there are many websites, and these websites show you how to do it. So suppose it's showing me how to make the text bold. So you don't have to memorize this. I'm just showing you how HTML syntax works. This is the page. Suppose I want to make the text italic, like the next word I want to make this italic. What I do is I type I here, and then VS Code automatically completes it for me. It adds this here. I can just copy this or cut it, and I can paste it. If you want to cut something, it's Control X, and if you want to paste it, it's Control V. So this is how you do it, and you go back to your browser, and it's automatically italic now. You can see that the text has changed. So that's how it's done. And so if I want to highlight it, you can just use mark. I've already shown that. Oh wait, that's not supported in VS Code, unfortunately. Now we'll continue on. One second. Yes. Next, we're going to learn about headings. So headings are very important. Every website has headings, and there are 6 types of headings, H1 to H6. You can see on the right side, I have shown you all of these differences. H1 is the biggest, and H6 is the smallest. And headings are used if you want to display something or give you a brief introduction to the topic. So I go to a website. This is the main website. You can see this chicken here. This is an H1, and then once you go down, this is an H2. You can see terminology. This is an H2. So basically, etymology. This is also an H2, and yeah. So that's how headings work. They show you what the main topic of the website is. So if I go back to here and I want a heading called for chicken, because it's a chicken website, I go to my VS Code. Over here I type H1, and then you can see there's an abbreviation, it automatically does that. I left click on it and I type chicken. Now I go back to my Chrome, I reload here, and you can see that the heading pops up. So this is very useful, and every website needs to have an H1 because that's how it works, and it's a brief introduction to the topic. So this is how H1s work, and similarly I'll show you a few more. I'll show you H2. It's basically the same as an H1, but it's just smaller. So I can write, this is an H2 here. I'm gonna open it up in my browser, and you can see that it's smaller than the first H1. There you go. So you can just, this is how you write headings for the website. Next, we're gonna learn about the standard HTML boilerplate. So right now, the HTML we've been writing over here, this is being rendered by the browser, but it's not actually HTML because we are not enclosing it in the proper syntax. Right now, this is wrong HTML, so do not write it like this. And I'll show you how to have the basic boilerplate ready. It's very simple. On VS Code, all you have to do is you have to write an exclamation mark, and it's automatically going to insert the boilerplate for you. So what you do is, you go to any HTML file. I'll delete all of this. And you just type exclamation mark. And you can see the first one here. This huge syntax, just click on it, left click on it, and it's inserted. This boilerplate is inserted. And I will show you how we use this boilerplate for every website. And please type in the chat if you've reached till here, if you have this boilerplate in front of you. Okay, perfect. 2 people have it. I'll just wait for 1 or 2 more. If anyone wants me to show it again, please tell me. 1 second. Sahana, you can unmute yourself.
I didn't understand how you got that.
Yeah, I'll show it to you again, of course. So what you need is an empty HTML file. I'm going to delete this. As you can see, it's empty. This HTML file has nothing in it. What I need to do is I need to type exclamation mark. So to type exclamation mark, I press Shift 1, and I get an exclamation mark here. Now I don't press enter. You click on this exclamation mark, the first one. You click on this, and then you get it here. Like this. I'll show it one more time. Press on the exclamation mark, and then you click on this. And I save. So this is how it looks. This is how the basic boilerplate looks. And I hope all of you have it now on your files. I'll just wait for 5 seconds. Okay. Now we can continue on. I will show you, now I will tell you what all of these words mean. Like, you see this head over here, and you have a body over here, and the HTML and the title, and I'll just show you what all these mean. 1 second. So the first main thing is the HTML tag. It follows the same syntax as we've been learning already. It's HTML and then a slash and then HTML again. And this is where all the main HTML code is written. So inside of these two tags, opening and closing tag, you can see over here HTML and HTML. This is the opening tag, this is the closing tag, and all of our HTML is written inside of this. You can see everything's written inside here. Okay, wait, I'll show it to you again. So Sahana, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, like what exactly do to that exclamation mark?
So Sahana, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
You just press exclamation mark. Do you have this show up for your system?
No, I don't have.
Okay, this does not show up.
No, it does not.
And so when you've been writing this, is your system, does the file have .html in the end?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so that's the problem. So basically what you need to do, just make a new file and write it with a .html in the end. So that's how you get all of these shortcuts to show up. Like if I write app.html, if I write exclamation mark, I can see this show up. But if I just make a normal file called app2, if I write exclamation mark, nothing happens. See? Nothing's happening in this file. So does everyone have it now? Perfect. So I'll continue on. So this is the basic HTML boilerplate. I'll just show it to you once again, and now I'll show you what all of these tags mean. So the first one is the HTML tag. We write all of our HTML code inside of this. It has opening HTML, closing HTML, and this is how it looks. Next is the head tag. So right now we're only writing HTML, so we are not writing any HTML like CSS or JavaScript. So right now in the head tag we're not going to have anything important except the title. So the title is always written inside of the head tag, and it is the name shown when the window is not in focus mode. I will show you how it looks. So suppose I go to this. Yeah, I click on the left. You can see it says test.html. This is the name of my file. This is the title. But once I go back to the document and I change it to chickens page. If I change this title and I go back to my file, I reload, you can see on the left it shows chickens page. So that's how the name is changed. Like if you go to YouTube, you can see that it says YouTube over here, and then there's an icon. There's a YouTube icon over here. So that's how you change the way the page looks in the starting. This is called the title, and it's very important. You can change it if you want, but if you don't write anything here, then it's like optional. Like even if you leave it, the website's not gonna break or anything. It's just gonna go back to the name of the file. You can see it has gone back to test.html. I have nothing. The title is not present. But if I add the title back, it goes back to chicken. Okay, so title. After title we have body. So the body is very important. All of the HTML code is written inside the body. So if I want to write a paragraph or a header or anything, I need to write it inside of the body. So before, what we were doing is we were just directly writing HTML like that on the top, but now we're going to write all of we want inside of the body. So I'm going to write a paragraph, and I can just type some stuff in here. I type some gibberish and I reload, and this is how it looks. You can see that there's a bit of spacing above this text. You can see that there's a margin, and that's because we're putting it inside of the body. I'll show it to you again. Above the text there's a bit of a margin. That's because of the body. Now I'll show you a cool trick to, if you want to write lots of paragraphs but you don't want to copy paste it from Google, what you can do is you can type lorem in here, L-O-R-E-M, and you can see that this shows up. You just click on this, and what it does, it just pastes some garbage text for you so that it looks like an actual proper paragraph. So now you can see that this looks like a paragraph, but this is English letters and it's not actual English words. It's just random garbage words. So we call this lorem ipsum because it always starts with lorem ipsum. So if you want any garbage text in your file, just type L-O-R-E-M, lorem, and press enter. Like this. So now I have 2 paragraphs, you can see. You can try it out now if you're interested. I'll wait for you. And if there's any problem, please raise your hand or please type in the chat. I will show it once again. I type paragraph, I click on this. Inside of this I type L-O-R-E-M, and that's how I get it, lorem ipsum. So now there's 3 paragraphs of lorem ipsum. Perfect. So one person got it. I hope everyone's able to get it. And this is very useful because you don't have to waste your time copy pasting everything from the website, like from the web, from online. So next we're going to talk about lists. Lists are very fun and interesting. So lists, there are 2 types of lists in HTML. Unordered lists and ordered lists. So you can see unordered lists, they just have these bullet points in front of them. They don't have any numbering. And ordered lists have these numberings in front of them. So lists are used everywhere on websites. Like if I go to the chicken's website again, You can see over here, there's a sequence, and then they have described how the thing works. Same way over here in the bottom. They have lists. You have lists everywhere, basically. Yeah, over here, sorry. This is an unordered list. You can see all of this here. It's unordered. There's no numbering in front of them. And the syntax for writing a list is very simple. I will show you. So what we do is, one second. Yep. Sorry. What we do is, we first use the tags for unordered lists. I'll show you for the bullet points. We write UL. We write the UL tag. I'll show it to you in the VS Code. Over here. I write UL. It shows up here. I click on it. Now this is where the unordered list will be. But if I just type stuff in here, this will not be in list form. You can see that they're being squished together. They're not as in elements. They're not being stacked down. That's not what we want. We want them to stack down. So what we do inside this UL, we write LI. So LI stands for list element. We click on it. And inside of this, if you write hello and goodbye, if I write hello and goodbye, now it's going to stack. As you can see, this is bulleted. So that's how lists work. This is an unordered list. As you can see that there's no ordering here. If I want ordering, I can like type it here. But it's going to look very ugly, as you can see, because you have a bullet and then you have a number, and that looks very bad. So what we want is we want the number to be on the left side and to not have the number on the right side. We don't want these dots. So what we can do is we can make an ordered list. So to make an ordered list, what you do is just same process, but you type OL instead of UL. So you type OL. I click on this, and inside this, I type LI. So I can type hello. I can type goodbye. Now if you'll see that they are ordered. So it's very simple syntax. What you need is just a UL or an OL, and inside of the UL, for every list element, you need an LI. And inside of the LIs, you type your text. As you can see here. If you have any doubts, then please tell me. Please type in the chat if you have any doubts. Okay, I don't see any doubts. I don't see any messages in the chat. I think everyone has got the concept. You can see that they're two different. One is UL and one is... Oh, you're getting a blank web page. 1 second. I'll unmute you. Matangi, please unmute yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Please open up your VS Code.
Yeah, it's open.
So in the VS Code, is your file saved as an HTML, like .html?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it is. So I'll just write a new HTML file for you. So now this is an empty HTML file. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, so is your screen also empty? Like is your file empty? Like this?
1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah, now it is.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna type exclamation mark. I'm gonna click on this. So this is the HTML boilerplate. Have you got this?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so now inside of the body, I'm gonna type a paragraph for you. I'll type P and I'll click on the paragraph.
Okay.
You have this as well?
Just 1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. So inside of this, I'm going to type lorem, and I'll show you guys how to type lorem again. It's L-O-R-E-M, and this highlights. You press on the highlighted thing, and I get some lorem ipsum. So you can do that for me, please.
Yes, I did that.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to open this file up. So I'll click on Reveal in File Explorer. Right click on the file.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. And you left click on this, and you right click. You see Open With.
Yeah.
I click on
Yeah, I
this,
got it.
and now you should see some text in your website. Is this working for you now?
Nope, it's still blank.
Okay. Wait, I think I know why. Can you go back to Visual Studio Code?
Yeah, I went back.
In the top, over here, is there a dot like next to the file?
Next to the file.
Y-
Yeah,
Can you,
there is.
yeah. So
Yeah, yeah, there
what
is.
you should do is you should use Control S. Control S. What that does,
Oh,
it
okay.
saves the file for you. So basically, the file was not saved, so that's why the data was not being sent. Then now if I save and I reload, now I think you should
Yeah, yeah.
have the, now it's
Yeah, I
working for
got
you,
it,
right?
I
Yeah,
got it, I
perfect,
got it, I got it.
perfect. So anytime you write or change anything in the file, please save it using Control S. I think VS Code is not automatically saving for you, but there are settings to do that as well. You can just search online if you want to auto save. Actually, I can just show it to you now. So basically what I did was, this is the settings page for VS Code. Sorry, I'll show it to you again. This is the normal HTML page. I click on this gear icon on the bottom left, and I click on settings. I hope everyone can see it. I click on this, and I search for auto save. Auto close, auto save. You can see auto save over here. You can just select this on focus change. This is what I use. It automatically saves for me. Or you can put after delay as well. Either of these. So this should help you out. It's very optional. If you don't want it, that's fine. If you want to save normally, you can just type stuff and you can save with Control S, and that should remove the dot on the top. That means it's saved. Okay, so we continue. Next, it's anchor tags. Anchor tags are very, very fun, and anchor tags is what we all want to learn, like when we learn web development, because anchor tags can change the web page. The anchor tags change where the website is going. So anchor tag is also an HTML tag element, sorry, and it has the same syntax for all of them, like the ones I showed you. I'll write in VS Code. I'll just delete all of this, make it easier for you. Inside of the body, I'm going to type an anchor tag. You type A, and then it automatically completes for you, A. And then there's something called href here. Right now, we're not going to look at it. I'm just going to type some text inside. I'm going to type hello. You can see that this is a link. It's purple and it's underlined. But if I click on it, nothing's happening. You can try for yourself. As you can see, it's not changing anything at all. Now, if I want the link to go somewhere, like if I want the link to take me to Google, I can type google.com. Let's try it out. Let's see if this works. If I want to take me to Google. I click on this, and you see it says your file cannot be accessed. And why is that happening? Because look at the URL on this page. It says desktop, classes, and then google.com. But that's not a file. We don't have a file named google.com. We have a file named test.html. If I click on this, it takes me to google.com, but that's not what we want. So we can specify www.google.com. You can see over here. Now it should work, right? But it's still not working. It's saying that now you must have a file called www.google.com. So now it's a very confusing topic. So it looks like you can't access google.com. But actually there is a way to access google.com by clicking on the link, and that is if you write these letters called https:// this. I'll paste it in the chat as well because it's a bit long, like this. You can try to copy it. If I reload and I do it now, it takes me to google.com. So that's how you use links. As you can see, this is my normal file. I press on this and it takes me to google.com because I typed it like this. You see, A and then href equals the website I want to go to, and then there's some text in here. Suppose I remove this text, then there'll be a problem because you can't see it. You can't see the anchor tag. As you can see, my website looks blank. The anchor tag is missing. I don't know if there's an anchor tag on the page or not. So that's why I need some text here. If I type Google link. Then this shows up, and now if I click on it, I will be taken to Google, as you can see. And this works for any website that's on the web. I can go to anything you want. If I want to go to this thing, YouTube, I can just type youtube.com. YouTube link. You see the YouTube link here? If I click on it, it takes me to YouTube. Oh, great question. What happens if you remove www? Let's try it out once. So let's just write it like this, youtube.com, without any www. It still works. So as long as you have HTTPS, then you can remove the www. Like, that's optional. As long as you have HTTPS, it works. So to keep it simple, I always write www. But if you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. As you can see, my link is working. Even if I don't, now this is with www, and without www, it still works. Oops, sorry. See, it's still working. So I hope you like this. And one more thing we can do is we can use this file. I'll just clear this a tag, sorry. Now suppose I want to open, this is an empty file. 1 second. Yeah, this is the empty file. Suppose I go to this folder and I create a new file called app.html, and I insert the boilerplate, and over here I write, hello, I am the app file. Over here I'll write, hello, I am the test file. Here I want, it'll be nice if you guys can do this as well. So you can just create two files, one called app file, one called test file, or you can name it whatever you want, and you can just have one thing inside so you know that the file you've opened. Like if I go here, this is the test file, you can see here, and if I want to open the app file, I can just right click on this, reveal in File Explorer, and app. So this is the app file, this is the test file, you can see. Now what I want to do is I want to link this app file and this test file together. Like I want there to be a link in the test file, so if I click on it, it takes me to the app file. So I'll show you. Wait, sorry, there's a doubt in the chat. If it works without www, then what's the purpose? So basically www, it's just if you want to go here and you want to search, if you want to go to the website, you can type www.youtube.com like this. Okay, how to use anchor tag? Siddhartha, I'll get back to you on that doubt, because I'll just personally message it to you. And Pragati needs help with the anchor tag. I'll just show it to you. Yeah, so for anchor tag, I type A, this A, I click on it, and now it says href. So let's leave that for a while. Over here, we'll just write some text. We'll write dummy text. We'll go to test file. If I click on it, nothing's happening, because there's no link. It's not going anywhere. Anchor tags are basically links. They take you to a different page, but we didn't specify where we want to go. So if you want to specify where you want to go, you need an href. So over here, if I type google.com, you know what's going to happen. It's not going to work. I click on it, it does not take me to google.com. So what we need to do is we need to write https://. This is the command, https:// and then google.com. And once I reload and I do this, then it's taking me to google.com. I hope this is working for you as well. Okay, now I'll show you guys how to open the file, like I was showing you, like linking the file I told you before. So basically what I wanted to click on a link and it would open up this file, right? So that's very interesting. I'll show it to you now. If I click on this, it should open up this. So let me try it now. I click on this, it's opening up google.com. but we don't have a file name google.com. We have a file name app.html. So what we can do, instead of writing google.com, we write app.html. It autocompletes for me, you can see. I don't even need to type it because VS Code's automatically guessing that there's a file called app.html. I click on it, and if I save this file, I go back to the test file. This is the test file. I click on it, and now I'm going to the app file. You can see, I click on the test file, it takes me to the app file. And if I want the app file to take me to the test file, we can do the same thing over there. We can go to the app file, we'll write test.html. We can write go to test file. Over here we can write go to the app file. As you can see, now I'm gonna reload the page. It says go to test file. I click on it. Now I'm in the test file. Now I click on go to app file. I click on it. Now I'm in the app file. As you can see, I can keep jumping between these two files. And sorry, 1 second. I'll just change the test file a bit. I've added 3 lines instead of 1 in the test file, so the difference is even more clearer. So if I go to the app file, there's only 1 line, and if I go to the test file, there's 3 lines, as you can see. So please type in the chat if this worked for you. Perfect. Perfect. Oh wow, it's working for all of them. That's amazing. Now we can continue on. This is anchor tags, and now you've learned how to link a different website and how to link a file in the same folder. So next I'll show you image tags. Image tags are used to embed images in the HTML document, and this is the syntax over here. There's a very interesting thing about the image tag is that there's no closing tag. You can see there's only one opening tag. There's no closing tag. I'll go to VS Code and I'll show it to you there as well. Over here I type image, IMG, and then I click on the first one, image. As you can see, there's 2 things, source and alt, okay? If I just leave both of them blank and I open up the test file, I don't see it, as you can see. I don't see the image. Wait, sorry, what link? I'll just unmute you guys. 1 second. Sarvesh, you can unmute yourself.
I can't switch from app HTML to test.
Oh, okay.
Test HTML.
I think Pragati, you have the same doubt as well, right? 1 second, Pragati, I'll unmute you. Pragati, please unmute.
The link which you told us before we to do that, that I can't.
Okay.
It's not getting open.
So you both have the same doubt, I think. So I'll just explain it once more to you. 1 second. Yeah. So here, just open up the test file that you have here. It should have it should look like this. Do you have this? Oh wait, 1 second, sorry. Sarvesh, please unmute.
Yeah.
Do you have this file open like this? Like, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So you have an anchor tag here.
Yeah, I do.
href equals, what is the inside this href?
Inside quotation marks,
Yep.
test.html.
Okay, test.html. So which file is that? Is it in your test file or is it in your app file?
It's in my app file.
Okay, so in your app file. Okay, so same thing here. Ahref test.html. Does it look like this?
Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
Okay, so what's different in this one?
I wrote the letters inside the bracket.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's a good doubt, because if you write these letters inside the bracket, then it's not going to work for you. As you can see, if I do this and I go to the app file, this is the app file. You can see the anchor tag is missing. It's not working. So this is invalid
Yeah.
HTML. So please be careful to write the letters outside of this first bracket and before the second bracket. So over here like this. So if I delete it like this, Now I press reload. Now it should work. So is it working for you? Okay.
Wait. It is.
Perfect. Pragati, you can unmute yourself.
The link is not appearing in the Google, which I make.
Oh, okay. So what you should do is you should go to your file in VS Code. You should press Control S. Control S.
I did that. It's not working.
Okay.
The link is coming blank.
Link is coming blank. Okay. I'll show you how to do it again then. So can you tell me which file you have open right now?
The test file.
Okay, test file. So let's do it in the test file. I'll write a new anchor tag, okay? And everyone else, they can code along. You can code beside me. You can see if you have learnt it as well. So Pragati, just type A and you have an anchor tag like this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, now click over here and write test file like this.
Yes, I did that.
Okay, now if I go to the test.html file, I see this link here. You see this link?
Yes.
You click on it, it's not working, right?
Yeah.
It's not working. Perfect. So what we do is we write inside of this href, we write app.html. It's auto completing for me. Is it auto completing for you?
Yes.
So just write that and then save again.
Yes, I did that.
Perfect. Now just reload in your browser. Just reload here.
Yes.
And you click on it. It should work for you. Is it working for you?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, perfect. So that's also solved. So I hope you guys learned how to link the two files. If you have two HTML files together, you can link them. And so now we can cover images again. So I'm sure all of you are very excited to learn how to add an image to your file, because every website in the world has images. Like if you go to Wikipedia, the same chickens example I'm using all throughout this class, you see this chicken over here, it's an image. Same way there's lots of chickens all over here, they're all images. And what we need to do is we need to add an image. So the image tag is very unique because it only has an opening tag. You can see there's no closing tag. I go to VS Code and I'll show you. I'm inside test.html. I'll write img image. Click on the first link. You can see that there's no closing tag. I hope all of you have this here like this. So now to add an image, what we need to do right now, if I go to the test file, I don't see any image. This is my test file. I hope you can see. This is my test file here in VS Code. I'll just close everything else. Yes, test.html in VS Code, test.html in my browser, and I don't see any image, right? So now I need to add a source for the image. I need to show to the browser where the image is located. So I've already saved a source for this class. I'll share it with you. I copy this. As you can see, this is the source. So this is the image we're going to be using. We're going to be adding this image to our website. So I'll show you how to do this. I'll copy this here and I'll send it in the chat for you all. I want you all to copy this link. I want you to select it and copy it. And once you're done, please write done in the chat. Perfect. 2 people have said yes. I'll wait for 1 or 2 more and then I'll go. Okay, 1 more has said yes. Okay, perfect. Everyone said done. Now what we are going to do is inside of this source, we're going to paste the link, the same link that you copied. Control V. Paste it and I'm going to save it. I hope everyone has done that. And I'm not changing anything. This is the only thing I've done. I'll show it to you again. This is an empty source. I'm going here and I'm going to paste it. Control V. I pasted it. Now we can go back to the same website, and if we reload, look at this. We have the image that we imported. As you can see, image of New York. It's very huge. It's massive. It's taking up the entire page. It's taking up like so much of our file. You can see it's very big. Is it working for you guys too? Please type down if it worked for you. Okay, so it worked for everyone. And if there's any doubt, please raise your hand. I will clear your doubts. I think this image was easy to insert because everyone's saying it worked perfectly. Thank you. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you one more part of the image. So I go back to this thing. I'll remove it I'll write some garbage here, like I'll write this. Suppose this is the image source, okay? Right now if I go back to my page, the image is going to be gone because that's not a source. It needs to be a completely website. Oh wait, it needs to be a complete source like this. But if I type garbage, then it's not going to work, as you can see. And I'll repeat for Pragati. 1 second. Please unmute yourself, Pragati.
I put the link in the
Source,
area,
yeah.
but then still it's
it's the same link, right?
Yes, but it's coming blank.
But is it
There's
inside the
nothing coming.
source? Like you see these? Okay. Did you save the file?
Yes.
Okay, so you go back to test and you reload. Are you finding the image?
No.
Okay, so Pragati, I'll just show it to you after this class. I'll message you and I'll show you how to do this.
Fine.
If you have a problem, we can just continue with the course since everyone else is not having a problem. But I'll help you out after this class. So anyway, so this is the source and this is how we add an image to the file. And if I remove this image for a second, if I type it like this, then the image will be gone because the source is not valid, as you can see. So now I'll just show you this alt here. Like suppose for some reason your image is not able to render. This alt text is very important because it describes how the image is. So if I write image of New York, if I write image of New York City inside this, then you can see it shows up like this, image of New York City. So if for some reason your image is not able to display, like if the link breaks for some reason, like if I paste it like this, then it's gonna show image of New York City. And if it works, then it's gonna show the entire image over here, as you can see. So that's important. And we've covered images as well. And I'm looking at the time, it's already 12:10, so I think we'll have to end the class for now. And tomorrow I'll continue with HTML, CSS, and I'll show you more HTML and I'll show you a bit of CSS so that we can start designing our websites, basically. So if you have any questions, please unmute and ask right now. Oh, it worked? Perfect. I hope the image worked for you. If it didn't work, I'll repeat again tomorrow, images. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand and unmute. Okay. I think there's no questions. Oh, Pragati, you have a question? Yes. I unmute, yeah.
The image one which I asked you before some time, I need that help for that.
Okay, I'll help you out. So officially this class is over. If you guys want to exit the class, you can leave, and I'll just help Pragati out with the images, but tomorrow we'll cover CSS as well. So thank you for joining. I appreciate it very much. Bye. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Bye. Really appreciate it. And if you want to stay and you want to learn how to do the images one more time, then you can just stay. I'll end this in 5 minutes. I'll end the class in 5 minutes. So now I think you guys want to see how to add an image. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my PPT. I'll click on this, Control C, and I'll paste it back in the chat over here. Oh wait, 1 second. So please look at the second link. Please click on the second link. Pragati, can you click on the link for me?
Yes.
So if you click on it, do you see this? Sorry, I'll screen share 1 second. Yeah, do you see this show up on the browser?
Yes.
Perfect. So what I want you to go to the URL and I want you to copy this entire thing. Control C. Copy.
Done.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to my VS Code file. Okay. Are you in your VS Code file?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna write A, enter, and inside the href I'm gonna paste. Control V.
Yes.
I'll save this file now.
Yes. I did save it.
Now, oh wait. Now there's an error for me too. Oh, sorry. Not A, sorry. It should be image. IMG. I messed that up. It should be IMG and then source, and inside of these tags you're supposed to paste the link. So I paste it. Have you done that? Pragati?
Yes. Done.
Okay, and you save the file.
I did that. I saved it.
Okay, now can you reload? Do you see the image?
Now I can see it.
Oh, perfect. That's great. So
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that helped.
Yes.
And thank you all for joining. You can all leave now. Like, this class is over and we'll continue with HTML tomorrow. HTML and CSS tomorrow, some CSS. I hope you enjoyed the class. That was it. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.